It was back in September of 2009, about 3 o'clock in the morning with talk radio on. Maybe something political was said, but I was aggravated enough, couldn't sleep, that I felt at the time that probably Republicans and the Democrats all needed to be thrown out. That we weren't really getting out of Washington probably what we should, at least for the little guy out here in the middle of America. And probably that's the same as we go all across the country. But I think it probably a couple of weeks after that, for whatever reason, I got online and the name BootEmAllOut.com hadn't been taken, so for a whopping $9.98, bought the name, and if nothing else, I could tell my friends I own BootEmAllOut.com. And from November to maybe March, threw out the idea of what if that site was used for political contributions to candidates, that we would basically try to get new candidates in to take those incumbent positions. And in those, what some people might call focus groups, there seemed to be a 100% response. Somebody like Harry Reid, like him or hate him, he's a lightning rod. And in using Harry Reid's name, you want to give $5 for him or $5 against him, the group would rally around that. Now, it must have been in March of this year, I ran into an old friend that I hadn't seen. Jody and I had been on a missions trip down to Honduras and really got to know each other while we were on that week's trip. But throughout the BootEmAllOut idea, and found out that Jody was actively involved in web development and all this Twitter and all this Facebook stuff that I know nothing about. And we decided to have a glass of tea. And after that glass of tea, we did some reshaping of the website, and what's going to be out here in July is a site that will provide the little guy a chance to take $25 to maybe put $5 in 5 different campaigns and pay a service and processing fee, but only have to use their MasterCard one time, or their Visa card one time, and only provide the Federal Election Committee information one time. The idea behind BootEmAllOut is a website where you can go research both the conservative and liberal candidate. You can link to information. We do not provide that, but there's plenty of links. There's plenty that's on the news every day, written in books, newspapers, and magazines. But if somebody wants to do some additional research, that information will be there available for them. But the site is going to make available to them all the candidates running in the Senate and the congressional elections this fall, where they can go to one spot and make their political donation. I think there's an old Kevin Costner movie where a line in that movie says, "Build it and they will come." So we're building the site so that the average American's got a place to go where they can find all the political candidates out there, select the ones that they would like to donate to, make that donation, and in less time than they would spend searching out and finding all those candidates, maybe find a way to vent the anger that they have right now. But I guess the bottom line is that we just want to have a site that everyday Americans can go to and have an easy way to donate to political candidates.